Hi everyone. Do apologize for the glitch, but now I am live. So basically, I do apologize for the glitch, but now I'm live. So I just want to wait 1 second. Okay. So I hope you can see me. So basically, Sarah wants to create a real estate website. So today we're going to cover an introduction on the initial steps of creating a web page. Part one is all about the domain name, hosting, your theme, and then some conclusions and question and answers. So you can always put your questions and uh, into the comment section or basically within the chat. So either during this chat or after the chat, I would be able to assist you and respond to your questions. So let me start off. So the case study is all about Sarah who wants to create a real estate website and doesn't know where to start. To list houses for sale with pictures, prices, dimensions, and context. So in order to achieve this, uh, the first things that Sarah needs to do is basically select a domain name, select a WordPress theme, and select a host. So in order to do this, let's start off with a domain name. What is a domain name? A domain name is basically an identity. So google.com is a domain name. Amazon.com is a domain name. So in our case, we need to select a domain name for Sarah in order to make things work. Now, usually domain names are provided in the same site as the host. So the host is basically the place where your domain name will be stored. So there are many sites that do this. There is mochahost.com, there is amazon.com, godaddy.com. So quite a number of sites that actually provide you places where you can actually host and get a domain name. But I will actually show you one that is my favorite, which is Mocha Host, because it's quite affordable. And after you do that, you actually go to the next stage, which is basically select your WordPress theme. So that's about what we will cover in today's session. So let me get to it. So let's go and just basically open up your Google site, and I will look for a site called mochahost.com. So Mochahost is quite an amazing site that provides hosting, it provides WordPress packages, it provides servers, it provides domains, websites, etc., etc. So I'm not actually being sponsored by them. It's just that I like them because of their cost and it's quite affordable. So in my case, you can actually go and use the WordPress packages, but actually you don't really need to do that. So you can actually go and check on the WordPress package, and You could choose one of these. So you've got your premium, you've got your advanced, you've got your professional package, you've got your starter package. Now remember, what's very important is the speed of your site. So the more complicated your site gets, the more you would actually require a much more powerful domain, basically a much more powerful host. And as you can see, the basic one actually is located in the USA, Singapore, and Europe. It's like 3.18 per month. So it is cloud technology, definitely. You're giving one core. Your premium daily backups, you can actually go for it and actually give them daily backup option where you actually pay a bit more. So you can get unlimited SSD disk space and cache boost, unlimited free SSL for life. SSL is basically just a secure protocol that allows you to ensure that this site is basically where everything is going to happen. Then your malware and spam checking. Sorry, SSL actually allows you to ensure that the site that is being displayed is really yours, so no one can actually spam a site. So the certificate actually checks whether the site is a valid site. You can have 100,000 monthly visits, your email and webmail, free migration, your spam experts, and your Android support. So you'd actually go and so if I was just starting off, I would actually use WordPress hosting, and then what would happen is you can actually register a domain name. So a domain name can be of different types. You've got the biz, com, info, name, net, org. So for example, if I wanted to have a domain name called real estate, realestate.com, no, actually just real estate, and I just do search, you'll actually see that it's unavailable. Okay, so you have this options .ninja, .guru. So you just basically have to look for different ways. So realestate.com, it's not available. So realtor amazing, maybe, and that is so realtoramazing.com is available. So you could actually choose that, add to the cart, and this allows you to get a particular domain name. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to buy anything. I'm not going to select anything. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go directly to my account because I already have an account, and I will log in. Okay, I'm just going to log in. If that's my correct password. Sorry, it's not. RL TZ6W. Hopefully this is the correct one. So as you can see, I am actually doing a different kind of hosting. So I have basically the hgconline.com, which I have hosted. That's my website, and it's hosted on Linux. So what I wanted to let you know is that you could actually even host as Linux hosting, or you could go straight into WordPress hosting. So if you do know a bit more about how to host, you'd actually go to your cPanel and you could actually create your own WordPress site. So it's just a bit more complex if you use this model, but we can cover it. You've got a script here and you could create a WordPress site when you wanted to. But I'm not going to cover any of this right now because we're just choosing. We're just in the initial stages of the course, so we're just basically covering the setup, etc., etc. You know what you're going to choose, what has to be chosen, what you need to look at, how to start off, and how to start thinking about moving forward. So after you've actually have a domain name and you have a hosting site, you literally then have to go and select a WordPress theme. Now, a WordPress theme is basically where someone has already developed a theme for you, and you can buy these themes, you can purchase them. If you're doing it as a business, you can basically have these themes purchased in advance, and push the cost back to the customer, show the customer how the theme looks like, and the customer can then particularly choose whether they want that particular when they want that particular domain or not, or I mean not the domain, basically the look and feel of that particular site looks like what they'd like. So I'll quickly just, my favorite site that gives almost one some of the best themes is called themeforest.com. Okay, so if I click on themeforest.com, okay, so let's look for themeforest.com. Okay, actually it's themeforest.net. That's what's giving me some problems. Okay, so it's, my account is already logged in, and you can literally go to your WordPress themes, go to WordPress. If I wanted a real estate theme, I could just basically go to here and say, fine, I want a real estate theme. Look for it, and you have all of these. Now, one very important thing is that there are very good ones. So you've seen all these ranges. You've got the likes that you have around a particular theme, and you can actually choose exactly what you want and what you don't want. Okay, so in my case, I had purchased a theme in the past. Before we go forward, what happens is basically one of the best things about these themes is that you can actually go to the theme, you can select real estate, and then do a live preview. What a live preview will do is actually show you that particular site, and you can see all the demos. So for example, this one, and you can share this with your customer, and they can see, okay, fine, I like this theme, I don't like this theme. So it basically makes it very easy for them to choose the particular theme that they want. Okay, so this is like a live version of that particular theme. So this is WP Residence. As you can see, it's just a it's already a website address, so you can actually copy this, send it to your customer, ask your customer whether they want it or not. Another example is, let me just see one more, maybe new home real estate. I think I like this one. It's $89 to a live preview, and it basically opens up that particular site, and you can basically pick this up, copy it, and send it to your customer and say, okay, fine, do you like this theme? Or you can actually sit down with them and say, okay, fine, this is how the theme is going to look like. If you like it, please do let me know. Now, in my case, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go, I had done this thing before, so I'll just go into my profile, my downloads. Okay, so I had actually done this before. So I had Windsor Apartments is something that I do like, so I'm just going to click on that, and you can see I can do a live preview. So this is a theme that I had purchased with my credit card, and if you really want to understand how to do that, just let me know. But you can see, so I can actually see this is Home 1 version 1, and this is how it was looking like, your residence, the number of people, the photo tour, your apartment plans, etc. You're stunning. So this is basically the site that I had created, and or basically I had chosen. So I sent this to the customer. They looked at it, they liked it, so I then went ahead and purchased it on behalf of the customer. As you can see, you can actually purchase support. How much it was, don't really remember, but yes, so I purchased the site, and what I then did is I usually make sure that I purchase those those particular sites that are basically the templates that I select are from Power Elite authors, because they are authors that are very reliable, so you can go to them whenever you want to, and they basically support you and tell you, okay, fine, this is how it is, this is how it's done, and this is how it's going to work out. So the next step is obviously to download it. Since I already have it in my setup, I could have gone and just basically downloaded it. So how do I download it? Just to download it, basically you just download it, and it comes on as a zip file. And your zip file contains a lot of things. So in my case, you see it's downloaded. So if I double click it, I can open it. That's my website, that's my licensing, that's my child theme, so these zip files you don't unzip, because we'll cover this in our next session. That's all your licensing details, and your documentation is over here. So your documentation basically, let me open this documentation. Let me just open up the documentation. Sorry, it's gone to the other screen, so I'm just copying this off and opening it up into this screen. And the documentation is basically this. They're all different, so we are happy that you're one of our customers, and we ensure that you'll not be disappointed. Please check our full online documentation. So this basically gives you details on how to install the theme, the requirements of the theme, and how to unpack it, so the different ways of installing it, and then how to activate it within the system, etc., etc., etc. So this will basically be part of our next course. So for now, I am going to request you to ask your questions in the chat. I will address them. I will answer back on chat. I will try to get back to you from the chat. But for now, if I go back to my presentation, we have covered 3 aspects. Basically, you only need these 3 to be able to succeed in setting up a website. The first is a domain name, second is a host, and third is a WordPress theme. For the host and the domain name, I gave you an example of a site called mochahost.com, where you could basically create a WordPress site or a Linux Soho site. WordPress is much easier. It's a bit more expensive, but of course you get all the details, all the aspects of WordPress, so it's much more easier to work with. Next, you actually need a theme that is already created, so that you don't have to develop. And this is one of the most classic tools or classic help aspects for a new beginner who actually doesn't know how to do development. So without development, you'll actually set up a website. So for now, I think that is it. Please do ask your questions in the comments, not in the comments, basically in Twitch, within your within the chat screen, and I will address those questions. But thank you very much, and thanks a lot. So I think that's about it. So good day and goodbye. So let me quickly check it out and let's see.